has adoption changed my life? Well, I don't even know where to begin, but I was adopted into the most amazing family ever. I have my mom, my dad, and my brother, who is older. He was adopted too from a different family because my mom and dad weren't able to have kids. So, basically, I think that the best way for me to answer that question is to give you kind of an idea of what my life would be like if I was never adopted. My birth parents were not together when they had me. I think that can be a common occurrence in adoption. And, it just kind of happened. They got a little crazy one night, and all of a sudden, my birth mother's pregnant. And I was told that my birth mom didn't have much support from her family and from my birth father. They basically wanted to get rid of the baby, to have an abortion. I found that out in a journal that she wrote to me. I don't know why she would want me to see it, but basically saying how she had no support. Everyone was telling her, just get rid of the baby. We don't want to deal with it. We're not going to help you. We're not going to support you. And she just felt so alone and so just desperate she didn't know what to do because everyone around her was telling her, you're not fit to be a mother. You shouldn't have a kid. We don't want a kid. We're not ready for this, which was true. I really think that was true. I don't think that she was ready to be a mom. But everyone around her was telling her to just get rid of the baby. But she knew she couldn't. Something was telling her, don't get rid of the baby. Have this child because there is an amazing couple who is not able to have kids and will be great parents to this baby. Which is true. My birth mom had me adopted, and I was put into such a fantastic family. My parents are so amazing. It never feels like I'm adopted. I feel like you hear this a lot with everyone who is adopted. I'm so close to my mom and dad. They are my mom and dad. Like, they did not give birth to me, but they're my mom and dad. They've raised me since I was born, And the one main thing that really hit me as to how much being adopted has impacted my life was kind of hearing more about my birth mom's story. I have never gotten to meet either of my birth parents because my birth mom passed away right after I was born. I would say a couple months after. So she got to meet me and hold me and play with me. My birth parents were really open to having a relationship with her, but she sadly passed away, and for the longest time, as a curious little 6 or 7-year-old, I was saying, what happened to Mary? Was her name. What happened to her? Like, how'd she pass away? And they would just say, oh, she was sick. They never said what she was sick from. They said she was sick. And when I was younger, that was just a good excuse. That was just a good, she's sick people pass away sometimes. I never really questioned it until I want to say like 12 or 13. I was starting to say, well, they never said what she was sick from. So I asked my mom, and she told me that my birth mom was sick, but she actually died from a drug overdose. And I was really shocked to hear that, honestly, because that's the first time I've ever heard anything like that. Wait, what, a drug overdose? It was hard for me to hear that, but then I really came to find out she was involved in that stuff, and so was my birth father. I've never met my birth father before. And basically, I found this journal, like I was saying, and she was saying that my birth father would drink all the time. He would do drugs, and she never felt loved by him, and I guess in her mind, she thought that if she got involved in those things, he would accept her, and he would love her, because she just so desperately wanted to be loved that she was looking for it in ways that you shouldn't look for it. Just knowing that there was even a possibility that I would have been caught up in that life. I don't think that my birth father was anywhere near ready to have a kid. He couldn't even figure out himself, let alone have another child, to have another human being to raise. So it was really hard for me to hear that, because knowing that I'm never going to be able to meet either of them. I mean, I believe in God, I believe in heaven, but while I'm here on earth, I'll never be able to meet my parents, my birth parents. But I really came at peace with that when I realized how good my parents are, my mom and dad are. They're the best parents I could ever ask for. They're so kind. I can talk to them about anything. Me and my dad are so close. We watch all the same TV shows. We have so much fun together. We see movies together. They're everything you could ever want in a parent. And it stopped affecting me, the fact that I was adopted, once I got to really realize I have it so well. So I'm so well off. Why would I even worry about that? My birth mother knew that she wanted to have me and not have an abortion, because she knew that there's a great couple out there that was not able to have kids and was going to be the best parents for this girl. And she was right. And God, who was telling her that, was right. So I just thank God every day that I was adopted, because there was a chance that I wouldn't have ever been born, and even if I was born, I would not be in a good world that a kid should grow up in drugs and alcohol, and I could have easily fallen down the wrong path. So I really learned to appreciate adoption when the fact that I was adopted, when I looked to see what it could have been, and I become really grateful that it wasn't. So that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye.